Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with Rocket Bunny Elite Tuners. I'm going to give you my quick take on this event. 1. The lock-ins are not bad for older players. If you have RX-7s, Sylvias, and other the GTI and other Rocket Bunny cars, they can be used for the 4 lock-ins. And the 4 lock-ins will get you to the prize car, which is the primary goal of this event. I mean, there are some rewards and they're okay, but they're not great. The real reward here is getting to that NSX-R. Each lock-in is 1 Rocket Bunny car, so as you can see I have more than 4 already, so the first 4 lock-ins shouldn't be a problem for me or anyone who's played long enough to have Rocket Bunny cars. The downside to this is, of course, if you're a new guy, you're looking at this event, you may have nothing lockable at all. Unfortunately, it's not clear how Natural Motion is going to give you cars to use in this. Maybe gold key pull, maybe gold for 1 car, but to get 4 cars when you have 0, I'm not so sure how difficult that's going to end up being. Chances are it's going to be tough. Of course, there's going to be a pack they're going to sell you that may contain 4 cars. So if you want to spend money, there's always that option. Now, difficulty. The race difficulties doesn't, you don't know until you start the event, but there are no sprints, and that's interesting to me. It's all speed traps, if anything. That's because all the Rocket Bunny cars sprint really, really well. You don't really need sprint challenges because they're not going to be challenging. However, most of the cars do not actually speed trap that well. So the race 48 speed trap may be a headache for many guys that don't have fully maxed cars. Keep that in mind. The other piece is there are tons of relays. So yes, it's 75 races, but really by the end you probably did about 110 races, if not more. So expect kind of a grind, especially near the end here. 5 relays in a row. You have relays all throughout this. The thing about relays is that they're all quarter-mile runs. So these cars, fortunately, are pretty quick in the quarter-mile. Most of the RB cars, especially in Tier 4, are good quarter-mile cars. So they shouldn't be that bad. But can we get through on Stage 5? Probably not. I have to see once the event's live. But my gut feeling is some of the cars are going to need some Stage 6s. You probably don't need fully maxed cars, but some Stage 6s are going to be needed. And some tuning may be needed depending on which car ends up on the speed trap. Based on prior events like Supercar Science, I would say either lock-in 2 or 3 will end up being the one you have to deal with this. Okay, now, all 4 lock-ins share all the same cars, so no problems there. You'll be fine if you have Rocket Bunny cars. The good ones, good car, good car. Believe it or not, this one's slightly slower than that, but that's irrelevant. Bad car, but if it's fully maxed, probably a good choice. And this is a good car as well if you have it. This is actually an excellent car, but I realized I actually don't have Stage 6s for it. I may lock it in just to pull crates, but if you want to be sure to not run into trouble during this event, you want to lock in the cars that you have the most upgrades in. Nissans, you can get fusions for easier than Mazda, but if you have the RX-7 or pull it or somehow, lock it in, because if you're still doing Tempest, you want Mazda fusions. This is a chance to get them. So even if you don't do the full event, if you can get the RX-7 and lock it in, at least get some Mazda fusions, it'll help you with Tempest. The thing about tuning these cars, none of them are that great at speed traps. So you will probably run into some trouble with speed traps. Out of all these, the best speed trap car really would be this one and the GTI. Those two won't have too much trouble getting through speed traps, but the Nissan Silvia, if it has a tough speed trap, can be real difficult to tune, and this car is not that great at anything. So it's not one of my favorite cars in the Rocket Bunny family. Another point to take note, Rocket Bunny RX-7's tune's kind of funny. Its best tune actually is a down tune, meaning it dynos like a 11.2 but runs 10.5, but if you actually dyno it to its optimal dyno, it's like a 11 but you run 11. So it's kind of weird like that. So this is one of those cars that you may want to look into tuning or seek out videos on the tune and driving method for this car. You'll be able to get further in the game if your car's not fully maxed utilizing that strategy. So that is really the points I want to make on this. Yes, we should talk about these real quick. These are from League Showdown. If you don't have League Showdown, don't even worry about these cars. If you have League Showdown, the only amount of tickets you have available right now to purchase, even if you advanced every rank in the league, would be this one. Nobody's going to have the Pandem V1 GR Supra yet, at least not legally. Okay, I mean, if you have special connections, of course you do, but this is the only one you're likely to see out there that's legitimately obtained at this point. Quite frankly, I wouldn't even bother with this car or these cars for this event because it's always better to use a Foldymax car that you have parts for. And while you probably have some parts for Supra, nobody's going to have the car, so it's kind of a pointless discussion for this. That brings back to the tickets. I'm sure you're going to say, whoa, I see some tickets in here, right? Yeah, they're your Elite Tuner tickets. You should have a lot of them. The Pandem Supra and the other one uses a different ticket. So the tickets you're talking about here is these. That they're nice, but not that useful overall for anything yet, unless you're rushing your way through some of the Elite Tuner upgrades. You're not going to have tickets for the Supra or the Z if you don't have League Showdown, so forget about it. Those tickets actually look different. They're completely different currency. You're not getting any from this event, so just kind of ignore that. If you don't have League Showdown, just ignore these cars and focus on these. So that is my quick take on this. I think the event shouldn't be super difficult, but don't expect it to be a walk in the park. Newer players, you may have no RB cars at all. Certainly my new account has none. But older players, much easier and very easy to actually get through this event. That is my quick take on this event. Any questions, feel free to ask. Any comments, feel free to make them. If you like the video, leave a like. Certainly it would get more noticed by other potential viewers when there are a lot of likes on the video. If you like my channel, subscribe, hit the bell. You get notifications when I put up videos like this. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.